Okay, so cool. This video, I actually don't have necessarily a plan for this video. I just titled it Reflection on my board. And it's pretty much, I guess, the reflection of the past 3 months that I've been making these videos and what it means to be making these videos. So I'm just going to talk a bit about that. It's a really rainy day. I was actually hesitant about making this video today, but if I just continue to let the rain dictate my pace, this video probably never come out. I also recently did an interview with Lyndon Batiste talking a bit about my journey in terms of making the channel, making YouTube videos, and as well as how the gospel plays into that. So I'll probably leave a link in the description below so you could actually go and check that out. But this is, I guess, to continue that conversation a bit and maybe tie up some loose ends that I left a bit vague in that video. And well, of course, I just want to thank all the subscribers that I've gained so far. I think I have 137 as of making this video. So thank you for all who subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and maybe even leave a comment below. Yeah, so this video might take a bit of a different turn today. So continuing that interview that I had with Lyndon, I mentioned in that video that starting this YouTube channel saved my life. I should say that Christ saved my life, and he used this YouTube channel to continue to develop that new person that I've become. Really to build up a lot of self-awareness, build up more confidence, and really learn about the person that I am and really delve deep into what makes me me, the things that I like, the things that I don't like. And the past 3 months, I've learned a lot about myself. I'd say anyone who's thinking about starting a YouTube channel should really consider it. So I even spoke a bit about the preparation that it took before making the YouTube channel, the hard conversations I would have had with myself in the mirror, really wondering where this journey would take me. And it's really come a long way in the 3 months. I'd say I learned a lot about myself. I think I've developed a better understanding of the things that I like, the things that I don't like. I've been able to overcome things like lust and porn. I've been able to overcome certain anxieties, finding it hard, I guess, sometimes to look at myself and really face the person that I am and the things that I desire. And during this time, during not just the last 3 months, but actually the last 6 months of my life, I've been able to pursue a life that I actually want and not just kind of let life push me into the direction that life is pushing me, but I've been able to kind of sit down and say, okay, this is the goal I want. How do I get there? Do I align with the friends that I had from school? Is that going to carry me to this goal? Or do I need new friends? Is it that I'm going to have to leave them behind and maybe pick up new friends to actually get to this goal? If it is that I actually want to call myself an artist, what are the things that I need to do to be able to reach that goal? If it is I want to live financially free, how do I actually achieve that? So I've been able to kind of identify things in my life that I want for myself in the next 5, 6, 10, 15 years. And instead of just letting life kind of push me along, I've been able to say, that is the goal. I'm going to put myself in a car to that goal. I'm going to put myself in motion to that goal. So everything that I do, every video that I make, the decisions that I make are not just guided by whim and idleness, but it's with the pursuit of a higher goal. It's Christ driven. And that hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy to give up certain friends because I know the road that they're going to go down, and the road that they're going down does not go towards the goal that I have. The goal that I may have had alignment with them, I would have been able to achieve alignment with them, but my goals have changed. And again, I don't want to just be washed away with the sea, but I want to be able to build a boat, see the land, and go towards the land. So giving them up wasn't easy, but I think it was definitely a step in the right direction. And the friends that I have gained have really been able to give me wise counsel, and they have been able to keep me on the road that I want to go to. I know that I'll get sound advice. I know I'll get advice that comes from the word of God. I know that I'll get advice towards the goal that I want, versus some of the advice that I may have gotten in the past from friends. And again, I'm not bashing them. I'm not saying that they're bad people. I was once in that motion. I once thought like them. They're not bad people, but am I just going to wash away with the waves, or am I going to take a hold of my life, build my boat, see the island, and go towards the island? I think that's what I had to do. And it's been a great journey so far. I don't say I regret anything that I've done. This year I gave my life to Christ, and that was one of the best things that I did in my life. That's one of the best things I could have done for the year. That's the best thing I did for the year. And ever since that, there's just been a desire to move towards love, to let go of hate, to let go of grudges, to let go of self-harm, to let go of anxiety, to let go of fears, and just move in confidence, move towards love, move towards peace, move towards sharing the love that Christ has given me. And that's why I've been making these videos. I'm going to hopefully drop this video at the end of this month. We're in November, and maybe you've noticed the trend by now that I've been dropping one video at the end of each month that reflects on my journey in the gospel. So the first one was finding peace. That was kind of vague in terms of what Christ meant to me at that time, and at that time I could say I wasn't confident enough to talk more specifically about it, if that's the right word. And then we did the How the Gospel Changed My Art practice with Christopher Rustic, and was able to go a bit more in depth in some of the things that I was going through and some of the letting go that I had to do, like throwing away certain artworks just because it didn't make sense to me anymore. It wasn't what represented me anymore, and that time it did, but now it doesn't represent the journey that I want to go towards. Now it's raining. But I won't stop this video, otherwise I probably never make it. I'm getting enough shade underneath the coconut tree. Let's hope no coconuts fall on my head. Right, so now I think this video is just going to be titled Reflection. And I think I could open up a bit more about that journey. Yes, parrots. It's raining. Yeah, and I just want to encourage anyone who's watching this video, if you're thinking about giving your life to Christ, it was the best decision I made, and I'm sure it'll be one of the best decisions, or the best decision that you decide to make in your life. It's fulfilling when you're able to just let go of everything and be filled with the love of Jesus. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I'd say do it. Don't hesitate. I just started with my phone. It's an iPhone 11. I have a mic, a wireless lavalier mic now that I'm using. I still have the wired one that you would have seen for all the previous videos, and tripod. I'll leave links in the description to those things below so you all can see what I use. Just do it. Just do it. Don't let fear hold you back. I've let fear hold me back from a lot of things for a long time, and I've just finally made a decision that I'm not going to let fear hold me back from the things that I desire. I'm not going to let fear hold me back from being an artist. I'm not going to let fear hold me back from pursuing a God-centered marriage. I'm not going to let fear hold me back from the job of my dreams, from the spouse of my dreams, from being the person that I actually want to be versus just walking idly in sin. Yeah, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me below. If you have any questions about the YouTube, if you have any questions about anxiety, anything that you might be going through that you think I could help you with, definitely message me. You can reach out to me on Instagram. You can drop a comment on YouTube, and I would encourage you to even fellowship with the church. I'll also leave a link to the church that I go to in the description below. They have live streams. We have service on Sunday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and then from noon to 2 p.m. on Anna Street, Woodbrook. They also have live streams on YouTube, so you can see those typically Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then on Wednesday, there's in-person Bible study again on Anna Street at 6:30 p.m. So I would encourage you, especially as a young person, this is to me a great church to be in as a young person, and to be able to really get to know Christ on a deeper level, and not necessarily in a sterile environment that I guess is typically attributed to churches. I remember I've gone to churches in the past growing up, and we all know the stereotype, right? We all know that it could just be this very sterile place, and it's not something that you really feel a part of. So I'd encourage you to maybe find a church wherever you're led to fellowship. Again, if you would like to fellowship at Champion Dynamics, I'll leave the links in the description below. I didn't script this video, so it's very loose, and I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of things that I actually wanted to talk about, but I'm trusting that the Holy Spirit has allowed me to speak about everything that He needs me to speak about in this video. I'm trusting that I'm covering everything. Something else I think has been very eye-opening recently, and it's just been amazing me what it could do for my understanding, is that even though you can't see the other side, it doesn't mean that it's not there. So for a long time, I was battling lust, I was battling fornication, and I honestly couldn't see myself on the other side of that while I was in it. And I remember a year ago talking to a friend of mine at a Lime I was at, last year November actually, and I was telling him that I'm tired of walking in sexual sin, I'm tired of walking in sexual immorality, and I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to overcome it. And kind of forgot about that conversation actually, and of course the months that led after it, I pursued breakthrough in that area of my life. I told God whatever it takes, any relationships I need to cut, any thinking I need to cut, whatever it takes for me to get to the other side, even though I honestly could not have even imagined what the other side of porn and masturbation would have looked like, but I knew there must be. I knew there must be. Like, there are people that don't do it, so why do I do it and feel so guilty doing it? So kind of forgot about that conversation that I had last year in November and just continued pursuing the other side of that, allowing Christ to lead me out of relationships, into new friendships, into the word, into a different understanding, into a cleansing, into washing my mind. And I could safely, easily say that today I'm free from that. My idle mind does not wander into thoughts of lust and masturbation. And that's a good feeling. And it took a while to really have the confidence to even say that. It's been a while since I've even seeked my desires in that, and now I could really trust that God has a wife for me, as much as He's preparing me and as much as He's been preparing me in the season that I'm in right now, just allowing me to break through certain things and to understand what He really speaks on my life. I believe that I don't need to satisfy my sexual desires through porn, through masturbation, through lust, and at this point it's so free. And it was coincidence that that same person I had a conversation with a year ago, November, he messaged me recently saying pretty much the same thing that I said to him, that he now wants to come out of it. And he messaged me, and I'm not going to go into too much details about it, but he messaged me at a time where I knew I was free, but I was asking the Holy Spirit to really show me that I am free from this. But I kind of went through a day of like questioning, why wouldn't I go back to porn? I mean, it's right there. And as much as my flesh desired it, as much as my mind may have wanted to go to it, I realized that day that my spirit is stronger than that I don't need to go back to that. I realized that my spirit 1000% knows God has a wife for me, knows that God is preparing me for a marriage, know that God is preparing me for certain things, and to go back to that would just ruin my life. I don't know, but it's not worth it to go back to that. And I battled that for like a day or two, and like clockwork, he messaged me, the same guy that I spoke to a year ago. He messaged me the morning saying that he was ready to get out of this. He was ready to get out of sexual immorality. And I realized that there and then that, wow, my spirit has come a long way from a year ago, because he told me that he remembered that a year ago I spoke to him about that, about trying to overcome it. And I was able again to reflect and say, wow, a year ago I was in it. A year ago I would have just loaded up and, do what I gotta do. But now that's so far gone. Now that's not a part of me anymore. And it was just asking Christ to show me, hey, am I really over this? And he did. And I could with confidence say that I'm over that, I'm past that. So I guess what I'm saying is, even though I was in it and I couldn't see the other side was there. I didn't need to be able to see the other side to even know that it was there, but I was just able to walk by faith towards it and now be living it. And it's a great place to be. I don't have to have anxiety over it. I don't need to stress over not doing it. It's just not a part of my person anymore. It's not a part of my identity. It's not a default reaction of mine anymore to go back to that. And that has shown me in many other areas of my life that even though I can't see the other side, even though I might have been battling something for 10 years and not even realize that I've been battling it, it doesn't mean I need to battle it forever. There is the other side, even though you can't see it. The rain has stopped, as you might have noticed by now, and I think I'm going to wrap this one up with that. Again, if you have any questions, if you have anything you want to ask about, feel free to drop a comment below, feel free to drop a question below. And if you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you, and I hope you've gained something from this video. I actually didn't expect to make the video like this, and I think that's a good thing. Many of the other videos that I've made, or most of the other videos I've made, have pretty much been scripted. Even the interviews, I would have known the questions typically that I want to ask before. Yes, parrots, it's not raining anymore. Yeah, I didn't expect to make this video like this, but I think that's the beauty of this video. It's guided by the Spirit, and I'm interested to see how I edit it. This should be fun. Alright guys, thanks for watching.